At least the game runs a little bit better now. Because, right. A lot of the enemy units are gone now. Good. Let's finish you off. Move in here. You move here. 100 and so many. Okay, that clears them from this area. Like, it sucks for these, but we actually get to supply some of them. Yeah, super annoying. But we'll take care of it. So for the rest of it, I will have units around here take care of them. I have over 130 now. Do I have no unit that can get into Frankfurt itself? Yeah. Okay, well, this should be fine enough. Let's block them from cutting off the rail line, because that would be a major disaster at this point. Although it's not likely to happen a second time. Okay, so I actually have the upper rail line now as well. Yeah, I can... Where can you go? Not far enough, okay. Gee. Holy moly. Okay. Well, let's just take a look here for now. Because of course we do have a couple of units here that need taken care of. Let's make sure they are in weakened state and destroy them. I don't really care about the damage in that sector. Okay, let's move through. Let's okay, that's dealt with. Take that. So they pretty much just stayed there for whatever reason, but yeah, those guys might have been tough, but can you go further? Yeah. These are entirely cut off now, together with these. Can I put something in that reserve? No. Let's see though, with 136 prisoners, basically I need to, think about how many I'm gonna get, where I want to already proceed, potentially. Either way. Let's start with encircling Katowice. If we can actually break through. And doesn't necessarily have to happen on this turn already, but I think basically I'm just plowing through this mountain of forces on this side. Sure, the closer I get to that supply point, the easier it will be. The supplies running through here are already quite poor for them. On this side, I don't actually know why I didn't actually cut them off. If I'm 100% honest. Well, it will come. That's fine. Okay, so they cannot really go through here, and there's no real need to attack here. These guys are cut off for 3 turns, so they will likely, attacking them on the next turn, so turn 8 is fine enough. They can no longer attack. I think clearing out this unit is probably handy, because otherwise they might cut me off on that side. So, because I know they can no longer attack, except for this, I should also start closing in on them. Actually, mostly towards Krakow, because I need to take that on that turn. They need to stay there, but I actually don't need the ones up north necessarily. They'll get their supplies. Like, even if they cut me off here, I don't really mind that much, if I'm honest. The fact that this is destroyed is a bit unfortunate, so I will have to repair that if I can. But it seems I'm just out of reach. Next turn will be turn 8. Sincerely hope I'll be able to get close enough to Warsaw. Right, that will deal with everything down here. As I'm getting a little bit closer to those 200. I do feel that getting a little bit more liberal with my attacks is probably fine. This does not cut them off because I have to do that from the other side. Right, actually, let's try to deal with up here first. Is there any of these? They're all part of the first army, and you guys are part of the third. So they are all just, let's just say, royally screwed by the enemy cutting that off. That probably would have been preventable. Well, let's get them on the rail hex, wherever that is applicable. And let's start harassing them a bit, because quite frankly, I don't really see any other way out there. Three attacks. Where should I place them? Where would I still need this? Maybe at Poznan, but the real question is, even if I break through at Poznan, what are these units going to do? They will not be able to get up to Danzig, they will not be able to get up to Warsaw. So despite that being a thing, like, I don't think it really helps me that much, but yeah. Exactly. Let's take that. We'll see what these guys will do now. I mean, at the very least, it's somewhat of a distraction, and it does get the rail going into that section. So it does help a bit. Let's get these guys at least breached. Do I need to take that? It prevents them from having it. Sure, why not? Can't hurt, probably. Next up, whatever units we have here do need to move. Nope. These guys are done. They will probably disappear quite a bit on the next turn. Not that it really will help these units, but just these logistics and operations are so terrible now. Still, better move them forward now than be in trouble. Will you guys still be in supply? No. This would suit them better then. Supplies. I have 3. Yeah, there's a unit right there. So that would be excellent. Any other areas where it's especially needed? I guess up here, but it's not good enough. Let's first actually also try to get rid of those that I might not need, like these, so that I can see how much I have on the next turn and adjust accordingly. For example, this one is also no good. And I'm actually, if I'm honest, most worried about my position up here. You guys will be fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's... And this is useless for now. Giving them supplies does help. Okay, at least these guys are also out of supply now. This works. I will connect that on the next turn. And that's fine as well. All right, let's keep going. This will be turn 8. Right. Sure. Okay. As long as the weather will be a bit better, that would help tremendously as well, actually. I will get the Krakow on turn 12. That's not the biggest issue. I think Danzig and Warsaw are going to be the most challenging here. Okay. Let's deal with this first. Take it. So I do want to clear that entire pocket now. There we go. And that also secures my rear. Next up, let's also go after all of this. Take it. I don't think I'll be able to get in there on this turn, but that's fine. Let's make sure they don't do anything strange in our rear as well. Get in there. Okay. Some of these will now be meaningless. I mean, I'll have them guard some stuff, but in practice, they are no longer needed. Alright. This unit is dangerous. Not so much the unit at Schneidermühl itself, but those guys certainly are. Okay, that unit is weak. So at the very least... Now, I have to say that I would actually prefer to keep moving there. Overrun, good. Yeah, I don't care about your no retreat order. They're cornered. Wow. I don't think I quite like that, actually. Man. That does not help you a whole lot. I need to get close to the city, so at the very least I can use the naval bombardment and then the paratroopers to drop in there. I have no other means to get Danzig, I think. Let's keep harassing them. There's most likely nothing in this sector, but oh well. Okay. Okay, I have 169, so I think I'll be able to get to the amount of stragglers, or to the amount of captured units that I need anyway. Given what is still left. Yeah, we need 22 more, so that should be doable. I mean, given what we have around here, this should give me a good 10 to 15, and then here, this pocket should also suffice. So that's not an issue. Okay, let's attack. Oh, but they'll retreat, and they did. Get that second Ukrainian. Okay, that also gives me a lot of stragglers. Now, the units at Katowice are encircled. Let's get as many of these stragglers as we can. I really want to get more overruns as well, especially on a unit like that, which is very powerful. Okay, couldn't get any more. But yeah, you guys won't get to send them yet. Well, who knows? But they still have quite a few units in there as well. Let's try to clean house. At least I want to beat these. Well, let's see. If I want to start going for those units in Katowice. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, very nice. They're also in a unfortunate position for my units. Not gonna lie. But I don't need all that many forces to deal with this. Fully suppressed. Push them back. And like I said, I do have enough. It's 186. So in that sense, I want to benefit at least from moving these units forward, because the rear is already secure enough. So this will be turn 10. Yeah. It would be exceptionally tricky to get them there. But I'll try. They're likely going to cut off this rail line again if I don't do anything about that. Which I probably cannot do at this point anyway. Although I can. Good, because I do need to move these up as well. They cannot attack, so that's great. Let's move a bit further. Deal with some of the remaining Soviet units. So at this point supplies are running through up till here. We would be fine with those. But the real question is, I can definitely see them destroy that. I need the US 3rd move in here so I can repair and build pontoon bridges. They're no longer an issue. Moving in here, what does that do for me? Not a lot. In fact, I'd actually rather have these guys over here build a pontoon bridge turn 9. Yeah, turn 10, that's way too late. Let's go in here. Okay. Let's move. And I think this has been taken care of. Not you though, might still be of some use. They keep being in supply because they can supply them through there. Luckily I have this railroad. Not really sure what I would have done without it. I don't know what's in there. Let's go. There we go. That needed to go. That allows me to get those supplies. That doesn't cut any of these guys off, unfortunately. I'm just one hex short of cutting off Danzig. Yeah, but maybe we'll be fine. We have 2 more turns to capture it. So... we might be okay. Super close. All right, next turn. I have to say that, yeah, I knew it. I have to say that this mission has been quite a ride. Let's see if we can finish it on a good note. I forgot the supply points. Well, that's fine. First of all, though, for you guys, I want you to... yeah, let's see if I need to create pontoon bridges. Huh. Okay. I just wanted to take a look at how that looks like. Okay. Next. You can't attack anything. Oh, Gotenhaven is actually empty. Well. Don't mind if I do then. Okay, out here. Let's attack. Cut off Danzig at least. And what do you have in there? Okay, so that's only 2 suppression for now, but I can use another one of the naval bombardments on the next turn, and I think we'll be good. I think we can make it. These guys are not a threat. Let's try to actually push a bit into these forces, although I will attack other areas as well. That will, like, these are cut off, so in that sense it might not be that bad in the first place. But I also can't, for example, allow them to cut me off in this area. Okay. They should have some serious issues resupplying their unit at Schneidemühl now. Again, that cavalry is hard to see. But Let's get them. There. Oh, let's move you onto the road. You're too weak now, but this should get you in supply. Yeah, and I have 200. I mauled the Red Army. They won't like that. Okay. Let's move you as far as possible, so we can actually get those last stragglers as well. Apparently this area is in supply. Doesn't help much, but let's just move. Okay, you should at the very least get your supplies. And I'll probably use some combination of counteroffensive and stuff there. So let's leave that for now. Let's try to clear out this area. Of course. Like I said, if you see that, then it's almost default that you're gonna lose your engineers. So you really need to be careful and use them sparingly if you can. Yeah, that's okay. Next, these. Clearing the rear will surely help. And defeating the units at Katowice with infantry is probably the way to do it. They will be out of supply almost entirely on the next turn. It's a bit unfortunate that my supplies are not optimal in this sector because of that, but oh well. Let's attack. You probably cannot go in there. Figured as much. Krakow is also turn 12. So as far as that is concerned, which of you can still attack? Smash through. And be on the road to Sandomierz. Okay, so I'll take Katowice on the next turn as well. No issues. And it would be ideal to be able to get an infantry right next to Krakow on the next turn. Or already this turn. Yeah, that won't happen. Yeah, fine. Okay, let's ramp it up to 5, the maximum. Then I have 1 unit out of supply. Fine. The US Third will also jam some pontoon bridges in there. Yeah. I think, oh, let's wait. Because well, at the very least you need to kill them off. That's obvious. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely gorgeous. No paratroopers needed for you. That is really good. So we've taken Warsaw. Go in here. Repair. Upgrade some pontoon bridges. So I can cross later. Okay, then the only real tricky part for now will be Danzig. But you know what, with many of these guys being cut off, I think we have a decent shot actually. Let's move you up. Yeah, you're fine. These guys are... Let's get them in supply first, because many of these guys are just not doing super well when it comes to supply. And that can be a bit of a problem. Okay, what are they likely to attack? Well, I think they might actually try their luck up here. And probably... on these. Next, let's take a look at supply. We did already... Yeah. Let's do that. Any other supply points that need to disappear? Probably this. Might still help. We have to turn 12 anyway. Alright. Next turn. This is just them getting rid of supply points, I think. Not sure. Really no clue what they were doing there. I think that's supply disappearing and putting it back though. That's what I think, but we'll have to see. Let's go after Danzig first. They're all cut off, at least for one turn. 2 hits, nice. There we go. That was tough enough, if you ask me. But that means that that's also taken care of. Now Krakow and Sandomierz are next. Just wanted to, you know, secure the victory objectives. Just make sure we'd be good to go. Finish them off. Take this, take that as well. Overrun, nice. Even for these, that's still relevant. Okay, Krakow is the last really tough position, probably. That will be a tough nut to crack. I also don't actually want any additional units to show up at Krakow, so... well, they have the 2nd Ukrainian, so they might actually get a security division, if that's actually possible for them as well. Not even sure whether they can, but... let's keep an eye out on those. And it's empty. Excellent. Let's cut off the 4th Ukrainian. And yeah, I think we're good here. Like I said, Krakow is the last tough nut to potentially crack. Let's make sure we do take all other measures that might be necessary. Yeah, they were getting those supply points up there like crazy. Let's just repair those because we can. Might just as well start the rebuilding process right here, right now. Okay, well, now that we actually do have Danzig and none of these guys actually does get to attack, I dare say it is time to just flush all of that out. They are... okay, there we go. Now they're no longer as likely to cut me off in this sector, which is what I was a little bit afraid of. But like I said, none of them can attack except down there, so that's not gonna... feed me. Nope. Sure. Why not? Take that. There's not even any new intel. And I'll just keep these guys on the railroad, just in a place where they're in supply. you guys could potentially go after Schneidermühl, where their last bit of resistance is being organized. No units for supplies. Pontoon bridges are not super necessary either. Guess that helps. For US first. Any units out of supply? No. Can I give trucks? No. Then in here. Okay. There we have it. So we only need to take that particular spot. And I think that will be it for the most part. Yeah, besides that, you part of 5th and 1st Army. Now, let's just repair this. Supplies are the last thing that I want to take care of before I end this turn. Because this being at 5, it's a bit overdoing it. Although I would probably need this. Excellent. Let's end the turn. Well, if that's it, then the one unfortunate thing is that they have very poor... Come on. They do have to make it hard on me. That's how it seems anyway. Oh, you're out of range. Okay. You cannot land on it. Find that highly dubious. But, okay, well. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Take Sundermjerts. Get even more units close to Krakow. It would be extremely problematic if I cannot take it. But I think we'll get there. They'll be taken, they'll be in supply. There we go. Up here, let's continue with clearing out the remainder of the Soviets. Just almost more like a chore now. Another overrun. Well, well, well. There are still a few troops down here, which I can also finish off, so. But this is all worth it for the points at the very least, so. Let's go in there. Attack. And leave them. They'll probably get supplies through here, but that's super problematic. You would almost think that I'd be done by now, but no. Finish you off. Take those stragglers. Move you forward, because I can still use them on turn 12 in that area. There don't seem to be any stragglers out there. Next, supplies. There. And this one will go to 5. Best supply point you've ever seen. It's not super necessary. Might be a few more stragglers somewhere. No. Alright. Next up. Taking that. No retreat. Wow. That's ballsy. I have a sensation that those things are indeed not easily taken. If I'm very lucky, I could have gotten in there. But oh well. Disband. Take that. And I think that's pretty much everything else except Krakow. There we go, full suppression. Got lucky, but otherwise I also had 50,000 feint attacks ready to pounce on them. And take the last objective on time as well. Whew. There we have it. Soviets defeated. And let's hope that they go back to the negotiation table. Because, yeah, they're kind of defeated. That's an extremely low score. Yeah, I lost a lot of units there. Well, but you know what? I got it. I got all the objectives on time. And that's what counts. So we can end the campaign. Let's see what it does. Perfect. So I guess Poland will be under Allied influence as well. Not bad. And that we get victory in the West. I already got that before, but that's okay. Super nice. Yeah, that concludes the game for now. With the final mission, Unthinkable, with a brought to success. If there will be more DLC or standalone scenarios for this game, I will definitely go and play those. So I will always be on the watch out for new content for this game. Do hope you enjoyed the victory in the West campaign. That one will be over now, so I'll be shifting back over to other games from here on out. Thanks for sticking with this LP for so long, and I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all in another LP or back for Unity of Command 2. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, and bye bye. So I went back and took a look at my score here in the smaller screen, and it seems like it's not 164, but it's 1642. So we actually got a huge score from Unthinkable and not a very small one, like I thought initially. So it seems like, you know, it really helped out, because it was looking quite poor at the start, but you should be getting a lot of points from Unthinkable, I guess, then indeed. So you probably need that, because the ahistorical path has less missions than the historical path. I would have to compare my score with the historical path. I'm actually curious whether I have a higher score now than I did in the historical path, because not too sure actually. Either way, that's it. Just wanted to put that out there, indeed, like I said, as a little additional note. Right, thanks for watching, take care, and once again, see you next time. Bye-bye.